Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man Legacy the Prince.
I am Queen Lee.
It's your boy DJ B4UY.
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftover Radio. We back in the building, man. FlowRadioShow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified.
Let's go!
We got the hit maker in the building, man.
Yeah, one of them.
We got one of them.
One of them.
We got one of them.
One of them.
One of them today. The hit maker. All right.
Do it.
Everything this man.
One of them.
One of them.
One of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, this is a real special edition of Fresh Leftovers today, man, because we
Peace
got, everything this brother touched go crazy, man.
For sure.
Everything he touched.
Jay. Oh, sorry.
God.
Nah, go ahead, sis. Do your thing.
Because
Who
we
we
know his tag so fire. Be like Jay Boskie.
We got the big homie.
Yeah. Oh, my
We
bad.
got the big homie, one and only Jay Boskie in the building. What's up, my guy?
Hey, man, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Come on to that microphone, brother. Come on now.
Hey, I'm blessed to be a part, man.
Yes, sir, man. We blessed to have you in the building, man. Yo, son, first of all, we want to apologize. We've been supposed to get this popping.
I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie.
it's God's
But
timing.
You know,
God's timing.
You know the
That's
funny
God's
thing is,
timing.
it was a bunch of people that came, before he came, and Jay kept pulling up when I was like, I
felt
felt
bad every time.
convicted.
Hey, Boskie.
Oh shoot! Hey, niggas, we gotta get Jay
We gotta
Boskie.
get Boskie in the building, brother.
See him
But-
out there in the streets. Hey man, we gotta get Boskie.
Hey, what's up, man? We gotta get
Love,
Boskie in the
love,
building.
love.
And he was always just, man, whenever y'all ready. You know what I'm saying? Just good vibes, man. Boskie always got great energy. Always got great energy,
appreciate
man.
it. Appreciate
facts, facts, facts. So listen, this is your first time on the Fresh Leftovers radio show, man.
Yeah.
We gonna rewind all the way back to a time.
Oh, my
First of all,
God.
if you don't know who Jay Boskie is, I'm pretty sure you've heard of
You
me
should.
on 5 or 15 episodes.
Oh, your Christian. This is your go-to, your favorite Christian rapper's go-to producer. This is who we got in the building right now. Okay.
See the chain? You see the chain, right?
Hey,
JB in the chain.
Hey, you know who I be hanging around, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I see. I need to get some diamonds and stuff too. Aaliyah got grills. DJ got ice.
Oh, my God.
I just got a wedding ring. That's it.
You need to stop.
Like that's it. All right,
That
man.
ain't enough, bro.
I mean,
God dang.
it is.
DJ
Absolutely. You
B4EY.
know what I'm saying? But listen, man. No, so tell the squad, man. Who is Jay Boskie, bro? Let's run it back. Let's take it back to a time, man. Who is Jay Boskie? Because there's so much that you do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But who is Jay Boskie?
Man, Jay Boskie, a kid who just loved God and loved making music. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Just music. I've been in music my entire life, doing something regarding it. So it's God, music. That's it.
So did you? Go ahead. Sis.
So have you ever tried to do music, or you just always made beats?
Nah, I tried to rap.
And what happened?
I ain't like it.
I ain't like
did it?
You
You
tried
don't
on the
know.
secular side, like before Christian, or like you was always Christian?
I mean, I didn't try like go hard secular, but I was like doing this in the world of music.
Okay.
I was so in high school I was a part of like a little rap group, and we were doing a whole bunch of records and stuff. And I was producing, I was engineering, and then I also was mixing and mastering, and I was featuring on there.
Yeah.
I was trying to just do it all.
You was carrying the team.
Dang.
The whole squad.
Wow. You
I
hear
was
that?
just trying.
I was doing it.
So how did you get into the music world? Like, did you grow up in church playing music? Did you like?
Man.
What was that like?
Man, y'all know.
Oh, you grew up in the church at all?
Nah, I did. I've always been in church. Been in church my entire life. I'll say I've always been in church doing something. I never really played instruments in the church, but I was always serving ever since I was a kid. Like, I was a kid who was a part of the youth leadership team, part of the sound team, part of the media team, dance team, step team. Like anything I put my hands on, I was trying to just serve. So I've always been a part of the church. I've always been doing something in the church, but it wasn't really church that got me into music. It was really dance. Like, dancing really, really did carry that for me.
You dance?
Hey, I used to do a little something.
So like what, Miami?
Nah, I used to like.
What? I'm trying to
so
like
sorry.
picture
Like
it.
hip hop dance. Like I used to.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be like do all types of hip hop dance.
Stop playing. You got something we can
Legacy, play the clip.
Man, you know
I don't got the
exactly.
clip.
Hold on,
DJ got the clip.
Play the clip.
Wait,
he-
shut
I
up.
wish DJ would
Chill
have asked
out.
that question
I'm
right
looking
now.
at it. I was waiting.
Man.
I don't know why you would ask that question
Play the
knowing you
clip.
don't got the clip.
I told you.
Come on, man.
I have never seen that.
Oh my God, play the
I've
clip.
never
Hey,
seen
hey,
I gotta
hey.
wait, man. Y'all better calm down.
ISO
bro.
me out real quick, man. ISO me. Man, God, man.
That's all you want to do?
Not y'all got a clip.
You supposed to wait till you got the clip to ask that, man.
That wasn't my fault.
Crazy,
And then y'all
man.
still talking about play the clip. How you know I had a clip?
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We're gonna play this clip later though.
So Boskie, like, you say you grew up in church your whole life,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you started doing secular music. Like, how did that transition happen?
So it really happened. I say on my 17th birthday. So on my 17th birthday, I ended up. So when I was 16, around my 17th birthday, I started going around the house beatboxing. I just constantly was beatboxing. Now I never did it just like for nothing. I was just doing it out of just my mind always working. And my dad ended up getting me a drum machine, and that was like the thing that really solidified me in like producing, and that really started me. And then it was like this one like little track pad that you could just press or play, and it would just loop, and you could just add like little drum sounds here and there. And I didn't go and cap. I had my dad ended up getting me for Christmas like a Mortal Kombat chair that had like speakers on it and everything.
Okay.
So I ended up plugging that into the chair because it had speakers in it.
Those are headphones.
Yeah, those were my speakers. Like those are my JBLs for real.
Wow.
I was going crazy. And
That's so creative though.
yeah, it got to the point where like folks was coming to like my neighbors were coming to the door like, hey, like, yo, you need to tell your son to shut the window
Oh wow.
and like turn that down because like he's just too loud.
Yeah.
And then so I just kept doing it, and I was like, man, let me try and figure out what this is because I want to do more than just like I want to add melody. I want to do more. And then I kept doing research. I took it back to my dad. I was like, hey, like I want to upgrade this. Can we take this back and get me something else? Like, and he was like, he was like, he understood what was going on.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, I want you to. It's like he said, so you tell me something, show me what to get, and I'll get it for you.
Wow, that's what's up.
And like, yeah, my dad did it. So it wasn't even something that like I didn't like come across and was like, oh, idea I want to produce. He just got it. Like I feel like it was God. Like God, like
Yeah.
That's wild.
it had to have been God. Like God showed him, hey, like get him this. So I started on machine and then just kept doing it. And then I ended up going to FL and just staying there for my whole time being. That's kind of where all y'all hear all these records coming from.
So you still use the NFL?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, your videos going crazy too on TikTok. They be so funny. He will pick the craziest video. Somebody about to fall or something. Right before they hit a smack, it'll go to him.
To the beat.
Dropping a beat.
I love those.
Bruh, that junk is crazy. That's genius though.
Yeah.
That's such a good way to bring people in.
I appreciate it.
So, like, as a producer, right? Because I know
Yeah.
you make all types of beats. How do you maintain, like, your creative ability and also, like, how do you maintain your artistic integrity with meeting the demands of, like, what society sound is?
I think it's a little bit of serving. Like you always want to serve the artist. The biggest thing is you don't never want to put too much of yourself in the beat, and then they come back and they like, oh, man, I want this simplified. Like what you did was hard, but I can't rap over this.
Yeah.
And then I also think it's also too trusting the sound that you feel like God gave you. I feel like a lot of times folks are so like bent on making that sound, like making that world sound.
Yeah.
That then like they miss being able to put your own stamp on it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it has to be a balance, but I think that comes with just time and like you learning it, and going through the motions.
So what is their approach? I'm sorry, go ahead, you out.
So what I was gonna ask about the who was some of your inspirations as a producer though?
Yeah, so big Zaytoven, big Zaytoven fan.
Shout out Zaytoven.
Yeah, Zaytoven, huge Zaytoven fan. Internet Money was huge for me. And then Metro, for real. Internet Money though, like Internet Money taught me everything about FL. Like I would be in my room, like, see, this is how I know it was God. Like I'd be in my room making beats in the closet just because it was my only spot with me being alone, and I could just do it. And I used to make beats and just learn everything just right there from Internet Money. So it's I got a whole lot of story just about like music, but God just has done His thing with it. I'm shocked to even just be in the position that I'm in.
Yeah.
For real.
For real.
God is good, bro.
So what is your approach when you like? What is your approach when you going into the studio to create music? Like, what is your approach? Do you got like your spiritual approach, mental approach, like
for artists or for myself?
It's for yourself.
do both.
Like if somebody be like, I want to send me a pack, like.
Oh yeah. So it's different. So and two, it's kind of different approach. On the artist side, I pray. Like I don't play about God, about me making music with God. Like, that's my time. Like, it's my time of worship. It's my outlet. Like it's everything. Like that's how I talk to God. Before I was even before I was really talking about my emotions, like I was putting everything in music. So I'm so intentional about my time with God. And then I listen to what they got. I listen to they tone, like how they rap. Do they pick like the pockets they pick? I research all that, and then I go from there and just like ask the Lord, like let's figure out how we can do this.
Yeah,
that's good. That's crazy.
And then for myself, I'm just like a scientist. Like I like just trying stuff.
Yeah,
like I done did a whole bunch of stuff by myself.
Have you ever participated like in a beat battle or anything like that?
Nah, not really. I never really in a way I do want to, but it ain't really been something that I've been like I'm doing that for sure. Like,
yeah.
I really have been wanting to like really work on like my craft and get the placements first.
Yeah. So you said something that I thought was real dope earlier. You spoke about going to Bible school?
Yeah.
What was that time like?
And how did the Lord tell you to go?
Yeah, like yeah. 'Cause I think that was dope.
So I actually graduated high school in Kansas. So
really?
Yeah.
Where you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Okay.
So I moved around so much, man. I was started in Ohio.
Midwest.
Came down here to Atlanta for middle school. Then went back to Ohio for my freshman and sophomore year, and then my dad got a promotion he got a better job opportunity all the way in Kansas, and Kansas was like, I felt like that was a God thing, because if I didn't go to Kansas, I probably wouldn't have put the time in, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for Kansas. Like I was completely like by myself. Like I was in a season of being alone, like by myself, like nobody, like. I got a video on my phone right now of my room, and it's literally an air mattress. When we first moved into like our little condo, it was my air mattress and my computer and my beat pad. That was it for like a week like
you got
2
siblings?
weeks. I got a little brother. I got two sides of the family. So I got sisters, and I got one little brother and 3 sisters. So you know what I'm saying, I had a lot, but I wasn't really like, it was just different. You know what I mean? Like I kind of kept to myself. So.
With that being said, how much did it change you and make you into the man you are today?
It started everything. It really showed me like how hard I need to work, and it showed me just how much like God can do. Like I look back at my time in Kansas and I really reflect, and I just see that as a time of like God showing me like you are capable of doing so much. Like if you truly trust in me. And like we did like a little concert that got put on like their Fox News station.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like it was stuff like that, and I'm like on stage rapping and stuff, and I was just like, bro, this is crazy. Like for people to like actually like the music that I'm creating, and for it to be like to get like an impact in a way, because it wasn't spiritual, like it wasn't Christ centered, but like now it was like, oh, I'm seeing like fruit of my labor almost. Wow. And so like I feel like it changed me, because like I really did during that time. I for sure put in my 10,000 hours. My 2 years of me being there, I for sure put 20,000 hours. Like I didn't go to my school prom my senior year. I was at home making beats.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
That's crazy.
I was super like, I just found what I love to do. I didn't want to do nothing else. Like I didn't even want to hoop.
No,
Oh, you hoop too?
I used to want to play basketball. Like, that was a big thing for me. Like I used to want to hoop.
Yeah.
I found producing, and I stopped. Like I just stopped trying, because I was like, nah, but like I found the thing that I could wake up and do without nobody telling me to do it.
Yeah.
And, like,
Passion.
passionately doing it.
Yeah.
So
How do you feel about and I know we got to roll on a break. How do you feel about producers who don't necessarily create from that place of passion? They just and you like, can you hear it when somebody's like all is? You can hear it.
It's lazy. Yeah.
Oh wow.
In what ways?
Because like and this is just my opinion. I feel like when it comes to creation, like you gotta be. You can't fall into the line like the group, like the crowd of NLE Chopper Beats. Like that's not, you're not gonna stand out that way.
Yeah.
So from that place you can, and plus you can hear it like within just how they drum sound, like how the mix sounds. It sounds like it's repeating itself. Like those are the things that I listen to that I'm like, oh yeah, like, bruh just made this and just exported it out. But you can. But here's the thing: I found is like me maturing in my spirit and like just me walking with God, maturing in God.
Yeah,
you could tell anointing from talent.
Wow, that's.
And like,
go on that real quick.
What's the difference? Talent is something that you like. You can be great. You can be good at something, but anointing is something that you can feel. Like you can feel God's presence, like
God breathing on it.
Yeah, like a big thing. Like shout out to my first artist that I worked with. His name was May.
I was just about to ask you that.
We know him.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. Like my dog. First time working with him, he was my first artist that I locked in with, and like we created a whole bunch of music. And the first thing he told me, he was like, "Bruh, I hear the hunger in your beats. Like when I listen to your beats, like I feel what you're feeling. I feel what you're going through. Like the spirit is in there." And like when you create from that space and you're anointed to do it, the presence of God will follow that. It'll be completely interjected in that, and it'll keep going. So I feel like when it comes to talent, like you could have the hardest drums, you could have hard, whatever, but like the anointing brings the spirit of God. It really do, and I for real believe that, and I believe that it's not just on artists. But it starts with the producer.
Wow.
Like it starts with the producer. Like Hovey's anointed. You could like I've seen it. When he's in concerts, a vibe will break out and people start singing. That's great. But it also starts with the producer. Like the producer need to be in a space where like we praying, like we fasting, we seeking God. Like I'm taking time on social media right now to seek God and be serious. Like, cause like I'm trying to lead a movement with music and not take it a completely new direction, and that's where anointing comes in, and I feel like that's how you can tell. You can for real tell.
Wow.
Man, that's powerful. That's powerful, man. Listen, we gonna run off into a break. When we come back, we got more with Jay Boskie, so y'all keep it locked. Hey, we clipping that part.
Interviewed on here. Jay Wills has never been interviewed by the president.
Pull up the receipts. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead and talk. So I can pull these receipts. Boy, keep talking. Hall of Fame coming up.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us a little bit about that, man.
What's going on? It's your boy DKG Kai here at the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show, and y'all gonna make sure y'all tap in with them.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man Legacy the Prince.
I am Queen Lee.
It's your boy DJ B4UY.
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show. FlowRadioShow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified. We got the big homie, one and only Jay Boskie in the building.
Yeah.
Hey. Kicking it with us, man. Dropping some. That was tough, bro.
Yeah, that was.
Right before that last segment, that was tough. That was tough, man. So, quick question. What position or what role do you believe that music producers play in shaping the narrative of the culture that we're in?
Oh yeah, we the hands. Like we are the culture.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like these rappers, they can find stuff, but like we as producers, like we are the start of everything. We are the start music wise. We're the start of the rhythm. We're the start of the beat. We're the start of everything. So what we produce will like toggle wherever culture goes. And like it's like we play the most important role, like hands down. Like I don't care what nobody says. I think it's producers, artists, and then DJs.
Speak on that, man, because some people don't really rate the DJ side.
Nah,
too tough
DJs,
the way they're supposed
DJs get the music out. I mean, again, like I know a lot of people come from church and they don't do their research on just hip hop in general, but like a lot. I mean, but it's real though. It's real. It's real. Like a lot of all these secular artists, like they're going. The producers are making these beats, they getting them done, and then they taking demos to the strip.
Facts.
And the DJs are spinning these songs, and if the strips like it, then they pushing it. They pushing everywhere else they go. So like, there's a part that all three of us have to play, but the producer is the most important part. And I think like the year of like all these rappers going to YouTube beats is over with. Like we got to start creating our own culture in CHH.
What do you think? I'm sorry. What do you think about artists that actually go on YouTube and then kind of like strip the beat, and then they don't pay? Yeah,
and they just don't like. I feel like that's whack.
Why?
Because like you can't start a career off with bad business and expect God to bless you.
Sheesh.
I ain't know what to press other than that.
Yeah. I saw him thinking. I saw DJ think that.
I was like, what button do I need to press on this one?
It's true though. Like it's true though. Like you can't be like, God, I want to sacrifice this, and then you giving him the last of it. Like you giving him the very like what you're comfortable with, and that's exactly the heart posture that comes in when you're trying to strip beats from producers who are putting their heart. Like we put our time in this stuff. Yeah, we put our spirit in this stuff. Like every beat. Like a lot of these beats that I make like have a memory attached. It has like an emotion attached. It has like a moment, like something's attached to it. Like it ain't just, I'm not just making beats off of just the fact of like I seen the Black Wall and I was like, man, I want to make something. Like nah, like there's real emotion that comes with the music. So like I'm putting like a piece of my heart out there, and for you to strip the beat, go record to it, and then not like talk to me about business. Like so you get the opportunity to blow up and get money and revenue, but I'm still starving.
So even if that's the case, all right. So what would you say would be approach as an upcoming artist? They may be checking your stuff out. They just discover your beats on YouTube. Yeah. What would be the proper approach? Because I've seen artists on beats and I've seen producer stuff on beat on YouTube, and then they have the link where they can go. But sometimes they don't do that. But what would be an approach? Because I don't know how much your stuff costs, but sometimes it could be a lot.
You're taxing.
And they don't, but they don't have it.
Nah, that's for sure. And I think that a lot of times like that comes with conversation. I think like one thing that like I'm super clear about is like, bro, I will work with you. But like you gotta show me like that you're willing to put both hands out instead of holding one, like hiding one. And like I'm not even gonna lie, like some offers do be bad because you look at the Spotify numbers and you look at the plays, like you celebrating like that you got 500K in views and all these different things, but then you trying to give me, I know how much, you know what I'm saying? Like I know how much money you making. So consistently, I know how much money you got rolling in. So it's like there's a part of like, and I mean that's just from maturity. But I say like for anybody who's starting, like just hit me. Like let's have a real conversation and be like, hey, like I might not be able to do an exclusive lease, but like let's do an unlimited. Like I can give you this up front. I can give you this in the back end. Like having that, but also too, like a lot of artists just don't have the knowledge, like the music business side knowledge. True. And that's their downfall, because I mean at the end of the day, like that stuff can come and bite you in the butt. Like some of these producers are really slick with it, because they really like they putting these beats out there with no links, really waiting for somebody to get it, strip it, and crazy. Then as soon as that mud blow, lawyers. Like
so question, right? With AI kind of exploding now in the music world, they got all these type of stems, splicers, this, that, and the third. Do you see the importance? Like, what role does the human producer in the future? Do you see that as a thing that's still gonna be around? You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, yo, you could just, hey, yo, AI, create me a beat that sound like this, take this. You know what I'm saying? AI is just 5-10 minutes or whatever, it's done. Do you see the need for producers in the future still?
No, we always gonna be needed.
Okay.
Because AI can only produce what it's uploaded. As producers and like humans, we create from our heart, so it's different.
Okay.
The AI can only create a picture from what it's already been, like what it's already seen. It can't produce out of a place of just like nothing.
It can't pull from a place of empty.
It can't pull from a place of creativity unless you're uploading
creativity to it.
Right.
Oh,
so
okay,
like
okay.
I feel like at the end of the day, like AI might go crazy, but it's not going to be able to withstand against a human brain, and especially somebody who's like created from a space of God.
Yeah.
They can't copy Holy Spirit and like all that stuff.
right.
They can't.
So how has your experience been in the CHH world as a producer?
It's been really revealing. I think like it's been great, but like I think on the business side of things, like I really have learned a lot, and just being a lot more smarter with like my moves, and like at the end of the day, bro, like this is just in general, like everybody don't got your best interest, Christian or not. Like some of these folk do, like they just like, I can give you a slim picking of this and we can figure it out. So I've really had to be a lot more strategic with how I do certain things, and also know like I've gotten to a place now like I serve people, but I also know my identity. I know what I do, and like I have confidence in that. So like I can tell somebody, no, this don't look right, so I'm not gonna do it, and like be okay with that. Like, you know what I mean? And not be like, oh, I just wanna, you know what I'm saying, like get this beat out and get this opportunity, get this da-da-da. But like I can just be like, cool, like nah, I don't want to do this, and I'll be fine with that.
That's crazy. Are you do you produce full time?
Nah, I don't.
Did you used to at any point?
I did, yeah.
So what was that journey like, and what made a change?
I mean, it was well, I wouldn't say it was full time, but there was a part where like majority of like my music was paying for my groceries. So like it got to a point where like I was just hungry, like let's get deals done, let's get placed, like let's figure out like if I gotta get, it was coming from places of trying to survive. So
Okay.
yeah, I was taking everything, like being like, hey, this price, all right, cool, like this percentage, all right, cool, just to make sure I got it.
I hear that, bro.
Yeah.
So
but
you said something earlier that I want to touch on, because me and Des was talking about this recently, but you said, so producers, y'all produce out of a place of like y'all spirit, emotions, things like that, all these different things in one. And so we all know that on the secular side, some music literally gives off certain spirits.
yeah,
So
for sure.
you got some artists that it's always sadness. You always gonna
For
get
sure.
sadness. Some
Yes.
artists gonna give the spirit that they give off is anger, and it's manifesting inside the people
Yeah.
who are singing it. So what is the difference between when you produce and I'm the artist and we produce a song out of our emotion at the time, and our emotion at the time is loneliness or whatever? Like, what's the difference between when we produce that on a Christian side and when they produce the same thing on a secular side? But
Yeah.
like, what's the difference between like how it's manifesting,
I
things
got
like
you.
that? Yeah.
It's I say it's different on the music side because, and I've been saying this for a while since the percentage came out of hip hop being down like 20-something%. I came to the conclusion that like, bro, people, the difference between secular and this side is secular gonna rap and they gonna make songs with no answer, just problems.
Wow. That's crazy.
They're gonna make a song about situations, no solution. While on Christian side, on the CHH side, we are making music with complete, like with a answer, and that answer is Jesus.
That's so tough.
And
Let me drop the
That
ball.
is so
That's another clip.
You didn't see me?
That's why you see a lot of these, like, they hip to it, like Sony, like all these labels, they hip to it because they know that like this music is bringing something. why is it bringing? It's bringing because like we have an answer. Like we might struggle with depression, we might struggle with anxiety, but we have an answer. It's Jesus. And even like to touch on something like what you said, like the difference, even with producing, like I've even seen that shift in my life because I stopped making music to survive. I started making music to worship. And things completely shifted in my life. Like I started getting all these placements. I started getting all these different deals and like not deals, but like all these different opportunities to do certain things. Like God started moving. Like when I genuinely was like, all right, God, like I laid my gift down because I know it can make millions. I know it can make music. I know it can make money. I know it can do this. I know it can do that. But I'm gonna trust you. And I'm not going to make beats to go out to eat. Or like I'm not gonna make beats with the mindset of being like, nah, I need to get these new pair of shoes, or I need to get this, whatever that thing is. Like I'm just create, like I'm gonna make beats and worship God. And then through that, opportunities came, like real opportunities came.
So who all have you had the pleasure of working with, both secular and on the Christian side?
So I worked with Dear Silas. He's secular. We had a song on for a Taco Bell commercial that happened.
Wow.
That was fire. Aha, Breeze, Chris Elijah, for Chew, May, Few, Paris, Eli Montana. There's MC Nice. Me and MC Nice had one.
Shout out to Nice.
Yeah, me and him had one. And I think that's it. That's all the things I could think.
Queen Lee.
I'm
just gonna add
yeah. Aha Gazelle.
Aha is crazy. I just got put on to him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had a song with KB that I liked it, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
Monster?
he is crazy. I don't know what it's called.
I think I'm a monster.
No, that's not
that
it.
one?
They had a video to it. It was, I can't remember what it was called.
Song like working with him was a complete dream country. I ain't gonna cap.
With who?
Aha.
Oh, okay.
Like my pop, like, and D1 too. Like
Shout out to
D1.
I just found out about him.
Aha, Paris, like those three names were big people that I used to listen to, and I was kind of, mature, like growing up in the CHH space. My dad, like, I used to work out with my pops, and he would just be playing Christian hip hop music.
Yeah.
And those three were like the people that he was like, bro, like I love these guys, like I love their music, blah blah blah. And to like see God just bring everything around to the point where like I got all three of these dudes like numbers.
What did your dad say?
Yeah,
He was shocked, bro. Like he was like, when I told him about it, he was like, you're not, like, you're joking with me right now, like, you serious? And I just kept sending, like, every time we came out with something, I sent it to him, and he's just like, to the point, he's like what you're doing is so amazing.
I love that.
And like every time I think about it, I be wanting to tear up and cry, because like I don't know, like for me, like the longest time, like I really tried to get the validation from my pops, so I tried to do a whole bunch of stuff, like tried to hoop, tried to work out, try to be fit, try to be a whole list. And just now being at the space where I'm at now, like I'm Christian, like I'm making Christian hip hop music, I'm producing, I'm on, like he's calling me, like real deal, bro. He calling me on Saturday, and he like, man, I was working out, and I just kept hearing your tag as I'm working out, like on all these DJ mixes, and he's just like, I'm so proud of you. He's like whenever I'm going out and talking to all my friends and talking to my buddies and work buddies and stuff like that, he's always like, man, my son, like he makes beats, he makes music for God. Wow. And he's also on the radio, like, and he's like proudly saying that. And he's just like, oh, whenever I get the chance, I want you to come on and get me backstage tickets so I can meet these guys. And I'm telling him, I'm like, man, it's nothing. like now I can say that to my dad, like it's nothing. Like I got that connection, like I can.
Wow.
So, that's powerful.
That's
Yeah,
so
bro.
good.
It's a full 360, like just crazy how God just orchestrates things, and especially like where I'm at, like you get to a point where like you work so hard, you work hard for something, and then you just like you don't see nothing, and you just like, all right, God, like stuff is cool, like this is encouraging, this is that, But then, like, when things fully start to hit,
Yeah.
and I start to see that stuff to the point where, like, my dad's calling me, my mom calling me, like, folks is, like, pulling me to the side. Like, I go to events now, people are like, oh, you Jay Boskie, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
How does that feel?
it's weird.
Yeah.
Because it is because, like, you, like, because I feel like it's weird for me because I create from such a place of isolation that, like, I don't think that my records are big like that. I don't think they're big. Like, I think that they're great. I think they're great songs. And guys, and like, same thing with you. Like you said earlier, like, being able to appreciate what you accomplish is hard for me. Cause I'm like, bro, like, bro, I look at my phone and I'm like, man, my bank is not where I want it to be. I gotta keep going, or I need this to happen. I need this to happen. Like, so many more. And plus, I got so many other goals, so many other things I want to do. That, like, everything gets lost in the back burner. But, like, it feels so amazing to be able to, like, for me to know that my father is proud of me, and not just proud of me because I'm making millions of dollars, but I'm changing people's lives. Like, souls are being impacted.
Wow.
It ain't about money. Like, souls are being changed.
Yeah.
And he can go to his people and be like, my son is making impact. Like, souls are being changed.
So let me ask you a question. You
Yeah.
said sometimes you're looking at your phone in the bank, that bank account ain't looking all too well. Versus, what you think is more, I guess, will hold more weight in the scale? That, your bank account looking right, or the fact of the impact that you're making?
Yeah.
Which one you think is better?
I think the impact is for sure always going to be better. But as a man, you always
yeah,
want to have
I know
that
you need some money.
security.
I
You
know
always
you
want to have
need
that
the
security. Be like, oh, yeah, I can go to the mall and get whatever I want. Like, just having them moments, and you know what I'm saying, being able to be strategic with the bread. Like, you know what I'm saying. I feel like all that's going to come, but for sure, like, it's a real thing, but it's not something that I focus on.
Yeah.
But for sure, like, man, like, I care about the gospel. Like, the gospel of Jesus Christ. Like, I care about that. I walk in that. Like, I eat, sleep, breathe that. And, like, that's what I want people to feel, even as they listen to my beats, they listen to my music. Like, that's important to me. And if they follow me, it's important.
And would you be satisfied with, regardless of how, like, let's say all your stuff, like, you getting bigger and bigger, would you be satisfied with still, like, having that same account though, if God's still stamping you? Because the reason why I'm asking this is, like, I know I can feel, like, sometimes I come back into realize, like, I look at the bank account and I'm like, man, Lord, I be doing a lot, not just for myself, but I do a lot for people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't looking like,
Yeah.
like, I've been throwing these seeds out for a minute and watering and everything, and I'm just like waiting for that moment, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you look at it and say, and God can tell you, or even you getting that confirmation, you start seeing some of the fruits, not necessarily financially, but it's like, look at this impact. Yeah. Like, you affected potentially millions of people. Yeah. You may never get to hear it or see it as much as you like. You got some of them that say it, but you may not get to see all of it or receive all of it. But the fact that you are actually impacting millions of people.
Yeah. I had to lay that at the altar though. And, like, real deal, I had to lay it down. Like, I went through a spiritual weekend, and, like, God told me, you gotta lay everything down. Like, your drive to want to prove people wrong, like your drive to want to be successful, be rich, you trying to, like, all these different things. Like, God was like, you need to lay this down before I take you any further. And, like, I had a real moment with God where I was like, all right, like, if I was to never be rich, if I was to never be stable, if I lived in uncomfortability, like, just being uncomfortable all the time, like, I'll be okay. Because I truly know I know for a fact that, like, at the end of the day, God gonna have something for me at the end. Like, at my last crumb, I know he gonna have a loaf somewhere. It's just a matter of time. So, like, really getting to that space where, like, it ain't about it. It's about, like, for real, God, and, like, placing my stability on God. Yeah. Placing my faith, my foundation, like, fully being invested. Not in the music, but in God.
Yeah, absolutely.
And knowing that, like, and that's a whole nother topic. But like, putting my identity in music too was something I had to lay down. And just choosing to be like, nah, like, this is not who I am. Like, I'm this. Like, I'm a talker. I like to speak. I like to give wisdom on certain things, give my opinions on certain things, and I need to be okay with doing that too. Like, if God was to tell me put down music and go be a youth pastor somewhere or go am I okay with that?
Are you?
Yeah, for real. Today finna be my first time all week picking up the computer.
Hold on. Real too much.
Reveal too much.
All right, DJ, set it up. What we got coming up next?
Hey,
We about to run off for
coming
the
up
break.
next is something exclusive, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even want to give y'all too much of a hint.
Nah,
Y'all know
drop
how
it, man.
I am.
Drop it down,
You know
because
how-
when we come back, bro, we got the clues balls going crazy, okay?
All right, when we come back.
Oh, you want to wait? It's up to
All
you.
right, appreciate it.
Nah,
Let's wait.
I submit.
Please, thank you.
All right, man, look. Fresh Leftovers Radio Show, flowradioshow.com, man. Listen, we got something special coming for y'all. Presented to you by DJ B4EY when we come back.
crazy.
So he's bringing us in, all right?
That's
He's
crazy.
bringing us in. Flowradioshow.com. Hold on to your seats. Don't want to miss it. I'm